I probably shouldn't do this, but I think I'm gonna anyways.
Do what?
Oh, you'll see. Hey everyone, this is Greg! And I'm hanging out here with Bob while he plays Resident Evil!
Oh god, is it okay? So is it bad that I would really like Greg as a companion to do Let's Plays with?
Well, that's why I'm here with you, silly. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh god. The only sad part about that is I don't want to be responsible for Jay's throat like imploding halfway through this video.
Nah, I'm good. Don't worry.
God damn it. Ignore whatever background noise you just heard. It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
I didn't hear anything, dude.
So I just edited the next video in that series that doesn't have Greg in it this morning.
It's called Night in the Woods, man. You gotta tell him that.
Yeah, Night in the Woods. Yeah, Night in the Woods with Greg the Fox and Jay's. Actually, I have to say, Jay, I'm very impressed. You and Robot's voice work have been making that. Oh shit. Have been making that like very watchable for me. Like, I don't know if I would even play that game on my own, but you guys are making it very enjoyable.
Dude, she's doing crimes way wrong. You gotta steal something. Her people.
I mean, I think she was trying to steal our life. When that didn't work out. Also, this is no longer here. I saw you move.
This is your
That's a creepy girl, dude.
Why am I seeing that?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Greg. Have you ever played a game with this many pixels in a single screen before?
Nah, man. I mean, the best game I ever played, Angus put on my computer is like Demon Towers or something. It's pretty good.
Yeah, Demon Tower. I'm surprised for that pull, Jay. Wow, I'm impressed.
What? It's a game. I can't beat the first level.
It's impossible.
It's okay. It's okay. It's me. I know you didn't mean.
What's wrong with that mouse girl? She looks weird.
You shouldn't.
Oh no. Oh god. Why am I reliving all of this? I don't think you can chop off the same hand twice.
Then he can die.
What? That sounds weird.
Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
Oh god, are you gonna sick her back on me? Oh no. Unfortunately, Greg, I'm not in that video series, so I don't have a fun, recognizable voice to pull out for this.
Oh,
I just have
don't worry, dude.
Scared
I'm
Bob.
pretty sure your voice is plenty recognizable. Huh.
Alright, this is gonna suck, like, very badly.
Where you going, dude?
I'm just seeing what's available. Yep, here we go. It said, Mommy will kill me, and this is the last place I fought Mommy, so...
This place is super creepy.
Yeah, man.
Man, I thought this was gonna be awesome.
Very, very creepy. Very little awesome.
I might have to recommend Demon Tower after something like this. Whoa!
Oh god. That'd be like a single shot death in Demon Tower.
Nah, you get more life than that.
I don't know if you ever realized this, Greg, but after I watched some Demon Tower, did you notice that you play as a cat and you get 9 lives?
Yeah, man. That's how the game works. You always play as cats with 9 lives. That's normal.
Oh, is that just how games work in that world?
What do you mean that world?
You know, the one you live in.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll play nice.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
Why would I show her? I'm just gonna. If this isn't real, I'm just walking. Go, just move.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this is all like some stupid hallucination.
Wow. That's pretty dumb, dude.
Oh, yeah, actually, this would be the best way to deal with my character. Just lock me in a room and end the game. Because I think Ethan can deal with zombies. Ethan can deal with anything.
How about
except
giant
for locked
dolls?
doors. Giant dolls I hit with knives.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, it worked very well, as you can see.
That's a pretty good knife, man.
That's a pretty good knife. But you do. You've tried like 5 times now. Oh god, I don't. This is just like a lot of running around and seeing like where the next trigger is gonna be.
I think it's here. Okay.
What was that?
I think they call it stop motion.
I'm running.
Don't!
That looks less like an illusion.
Although I'm pretty sure it has to be, considering she's an old lady. Unless there's someone in a wheelchair right there.
Leave me alone!
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say you need to guard.
No, you don't!
I mean, I'm not getting any closer is the issue.
Yeah, no, you guard when she yells. Otherwise you run for it, but you're gonna die, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I'm dead. Although, I'm not gonna die now.
Ow! What the hell? What's pouring that on your handheld?
That's a common mechanic for non-animal people. Is you drape your hand with a liquid and it makes you feel way better.
That's weird.
No! No, no, no!
Oh, that's not good.
Right into an old lady neck. Yep, okay. It was an old lady in a wheelchair.
Jeez, that came out of nowhere.
Oh,
No
you
one
better
could
get
have
that looked
predicted
at.
that.
No one. You'd be surprised. I feel like there's one person who had their finger on that button.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, also,
Why did you
I'm
stab
getting
mine?
some clay. I'm getting some Clayface vibes out of that.
Oh, that's a lot of black roots.
Oh shit. Oh no.
What's wrong with her face?
I don't know. Let's see if I can help with this. Let me help you with that
Admittedly
face.
less awesome.
I don't even know. What's the game here? Like, what's the? I don't even know what the objective is.
Shooter?
Ow.
A lot? I guess. Well, there goes the house.
Okay, so I got cutscenes, so I feel like that was successful.
Did you win?
No, I feel like it was more of a stopgap.
Are those good guys?
No, they're never good guys. If they're anything, they're frickin' like a helicopter full of people who caused this mess in the first place.
Oh.
I want to know how my little hands are really helping me here. Oh god, that sucks.
I don't know that they are.
Oh shit.
I just wanted a family.
I don't know how to
Okay,
help
dude.
you with that. God damn it.
I don't know that many families that would accept you.
Oh, that's a fall. That's a death fall. How did you not die from that?
Does he have something on his hand? Did it cushion the fall?
Yes, he has some sort of... Use it. Okay. It's called an Albert, apparently.
Probably some sort of dark gun.
Playtime's over.
Give me your face. No, it's firing like mist bullets. I don't know what this is. Oh, they're turning him into that
all along.
Yeah, it was obviously the horticulturists that have been causing all this trouble to begin with. Those goddamn horticulturalists.
And I feel like I missed a lot of this game.
Yeah, you came right in at the end, Greg. I don't know what to tell you. I feel bad, kind of. You just had to pick up for someone else's job here.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool and all, but
What do you think?
I kind of want to go hang out with Angus, and I feel a little weird. I don't like watching this.
Okay, Greg. You
I'm
have a
outta
nice
here.
day now. Go be a snack falcon.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I do need to go to work. Ah! Hey, Bob.
I'm Redfield.
Oh God. Hey, welcome back, Jay. So I beat the game without you.
Oh, fuck.
I couldn't wait any longer.
Took you guys so long.
Sorry.
You'll be
we
lucky
can record
to...
now, though, right?
Yeah, we can. You can just pick up right here.
Okay, cool.
So you'll be happy to know that it wasn't the old woman.
It wasn't?
all along. It
Oh,
wasn't. It was.
but I
It was
thought-
the identical twin of the old woman who looks exactly like her.
Well, we did see a bunch of her around the house, so I guess that makes sense.
You made it. I'm glad.
Did I?
Okay, real talk. Chris Redfield, he didn't work for Umbrella. Is that Chris Redfield, or is that a different Redfield?
I don't know. He said he was Redfield. Also, did he lose like 200 pounds in muscle
They say that
mass?
when one door
Well,
closes,
he's also blonde.
another
so.
opens. Well, the door
Like,
closed.
Maybe
Like,
Chris
he-
Redfield and Wesker actually had a love
And
child.
what a long night it was.
Yeah.
But not just for me. Me and I weren't the only victims here.
Yeah, there were all those
So were the
ones in the
Bakers.
pictures in the basements. Remember
It was that thing.
The Bakers.
Evelyn,
Yeah, and like
who
the
made them that
23
way.
other people.
that they specifically killed?
But now Evelyn's dead,
Oh. Umbrella.
and these guys are here to clean up the mess.
Yeah, because they caused it.
I had just come to terms with losing Mia. But now she's back and wants to start over. Put all
Yeah,
this
that's not gonna
behind us.
happen, bro. They're gonna clean up your
Maybe
mess.
this is where the next door opens.
Well,
Really,
now that
the
we've
whole
got
time.
the
I was
title,
just
we can
wait-
start the game.
Yeah, now the game begins. It
hate
turns
it when
into
they-
a open world resource gathering game.
Actually, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, no, I hate it. Movies do that too now. Like every Marvel movie I've seen lately, they do like the title at the very end. I never got why. It's kind of jarring.
Yeah, it seems weird to me. I actually like the pre-roll title rest of the movie though.
I like it when the title is put in, but it's like almost subtle.
Yeah.
Like you could just watch the movie and like the title came by, but like you weren't really paying attention, so you didn't notice it, kind of thing. That's good. I like that.
On the other hand, though, I love the way Guardians of the Galaxy 1, the first one, did it. Like, they made it super. Yeah, they made it like super 80s feel, and like they had the super zoomed out shot, and he was like dancing along the bottom. It just came in overhead. I thought that was great.
That was good. You're right.
You know what
But
other
it-
game has a good intro title sequence? I haven't played it myself, but I've seen some. Is the new oh god, the game where you're in space with aliens and Prey. Yes, I know I described only like 1/3 of game genre.
Oh, 1/3. Oh,
Yeah.
pretty generous on yourself there.
No, the new Prey. Like, it
Yeah.
actually opens with a really cool title sequence.
Yeah, that game looks interesting. I haven't really done anything for it. I mean, what is it, like the 15th rendition since System Shock 2 of like space
System Shock
horror explorer thing?
To be fair, this was more spiritual successor to System Shock than the Biohazard series was.
Biohazard series had nothing to do with System Shock, so
Bioshock.
yeah.
I have Biohazard on the brain because this is
Yeah.
the first Resident Evil called Biohazard in the U.S. and it's stuck in my head now. No, Bioshock. Bioshock very close to System Shock, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
but I feel like Prey is a more direct successor to the feel of System Shock 2.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. I've never really played a lot of System Shock. I think maybe a little bit. Prey looks interesting. I don't know. I could see myself maybe getting that in the future.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jay, we did it. This is I think it's actually kind of funny. So to pull back the veil a little bit, this was our first recording of tonight. We sat down like, I think we're kind of near the end. Let's sit down and get a few videos in, see if we can finish it up tonight.
I would like to point out that last time we were recording, I thought, we're pretty close. Maybe we could finish this in one more video. You needed to go to bed, though. I know.
Yeah, I was fucking dying. It was bad. It was real bad. If you go back and watch the last video, you can probably see that Bob was starting to taper off a little bit.
No, never.
So now that we have, I find the credit sequence is a good time for retrospective on the
You don't
series.
pay attention to the awesome names like Adam Clapsaddle. Adam Clapsaddle worked hard on this game, Bob. You need
Okay.
to
Well, I mean,
think about that.
I'm sorry, and I'm sorry also to Shinichiro Komizu and Koji Kanamori. You obviously were very important to the ResidentEvil.net universe, and thank you for your contribution. Anyway, now that we've played through all of Resident Evil 7, what do you think of it? How does it feel having played the other ones?
I think it did something right that games don't do, and that's it wasn't afraid to do two different things. At the start of the game, I feel like it pulled off a pretty good suspense, minor horror suspense thing. And then it realized, okay, I'm not going to keep doing that anymore. Once you start getting armaments, once you start getting that, I'm going to wean you off of that and put you more towards, this is a Resident Evil game now, you're just first person.
Right.
As much as you can criticize that, I think it needs to be looked at as, well, if you can do both, and that's what you're used to working with, why not just dip your toe into it?
Right.
A lot of people, I think, are pissed off because this isn't the next PT, and that's what a lot of people wanted it to be when they saw the demo and the trailers and everything. Admittedly, yeah, it would have been really cool to have PT, or just in general. Like, I wish that game was made. But
yeah, I think we're all worse off for that game not having come to fruition.
Yeah. Thanks, Konami. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, I hope you have fun with your pachinko machines.
Man, they made some great games, which is the problem, and they just had to screw over people. It's too bad, too, because that game would have made money. I think we can all agree that, like, I don't know why they wouldn't stick with it, but whatever.
That was, well, I mean, if you judge by PT alone, like, interest was high. They spiked something with an audience.
Yeah.
You know, like, they were... What's funny is I feel like RE7 was able to monopolize on the hype Konami made. Right? They kind of got people psyched with that, and then no one had a place to put all their hype.
I've been saying that since RE7's trailer came out. I looked at it and went, huh, wow, what a ripoff. It's funny that they get away with that.
Yeah. Do you think the way they built this game, kind of as a slow progression through like how the series itself built up, like the first games being a lot more resource managey and horror-y, leading into like over-the-top action at the end, do you think that's a result of like them having almost like a split audience, like people who are used to the old games and people who only know the new ones?
No, because people that know the new ones don't care as much, I don't think, about what happens to it. It's the people with the old ones that cared about Resident Evil and what happened to it. I think that's why they kind of dipped back into more horror and suspense.
To get more like, find the dog head key and run away, it's gonna kill you.
Yeah. But in the end, they didn't like say, hey, we're not Resident Evil. They owned up to it and said, yeah, we're an action game. It's gonna be an arcadey shooter. As you get on in it, you're gonna feel like you're on rails a little bit, because that's Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have to admit, being the player of this game, I had a lot of fun with it. And I actually feel like I got two experiences out of this, because when we started, like, the way I am with horror games, I jumped into this and I was having issues. I was like frightened by all the jump scares and like
that was great.
Things were jumping out at me and I was like, oh my god, this is so like startling, and like everything was out to get me and I didn't have any agency in the world and I just wanted to not get spooked, right? Like, but then as the game went on, I felt like it almost felt like a bit of the power fantasy. Like, now that I have the means of fighting back, I'm no longer scared because I'm excited to fight back now, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it almost felt like revenge against the horror moments at the beginning of the game.
So, I think I get that, and I was kind of wondering, I wanted to hear your perspective, I'm glad you said it, but like, if that was the case, I kind of wish they would have made the character go through that transition as well. I don't think at any point Ethan stopped being Ethan from the very beginning of the game. He had zero development throughout the entire game.
Yes.
And it wasn't that they wanted him to be a blank slate so that you could put yourself into it. That obviously was the case.
He's definitely a person. I said this in another one of our videos commenting on this when I was playing Outlast with Lauren. I got really used to Ethan randomly commenting on things. I got used to Ethan's personality. Like, what's his name? Smart engineer kid, right? Like, with his trap shit. He would yell things at Ethan, and Ethan would be like, screw you, right? Like, I was like, oh, well, that's just how Ethan reacts to things, you know?
But, like, I don't feel by the end of the game Ethan had that same feeling you did. I feel like Ethan should have hardened up a little bit more. Ethan should have been going through that same transition that you were feeling as the player. I thought it was interesting when Mia came out, and it came out that, oh, Mia's this super badass, which is cool. I love that twist.
That was awesome. But
they should have stuck with that. Like, you should have been Mia, and Mia should have been the badass that finished everything, I think.
You know what I would have liked? If they went harder on the Mia at the end of the game, I would have been okay with doing a full swap, right? Like, beginning of the game, you're Ethan, you're less adept at things, you kind of muddle through everything. And then halfway through the game, something happens to Ethan, Mia's in good graces again, hard swap, Mia's your main character, she fixes that shit. Yeah. Right? Like, I would have been super on board with that.
See, and that's what I think, because then you would have shared the feeling of the character you're playing with as you went through. You would have felt like the badass that's like, I don't fucking care about giant black blob monsters, because you didn't. Yeah. Like, you didn't care about those at the end. They were fucking pointless. You ran past most of them.
This came to me, and I was like, oh, what do I have now? I guess a smoke gun? A little, like, it felt like an alien pistol. I was like, okay, whatever.
But all that being said, I think it's still nitpicking, and it was a good game. I'm not sad I didn't get it myself and play through it. I'm really glad I watched it. I think it was a good experience for both of us. I think it was a lot of fun to watch too. I don't know. I don't see myself getting it now that I've watched all of it and seen through all the story and everything. But it does interest me that there's like other modes and arcade modes and DLC stuff. That's kind of interesting. So I don't know.
there's some DLC stuff on here. We might revisit that later, but we also might not. I mean, I feel like I got a full experience out of this, and there's nothing immediately drawing me back into the universe. I'm really happy with the game. I'm ready for something else.
Yeah, and just to be completely frank, we've been playing this for months now.
3 months, I think.
Oh, longer than that.
Well, we went a whole month without filming.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I think
it's been 4 or 5, I think,
it was like
but...
4 or 5 months, but we
Yeah.
only filmed 3 or 4 of those months. So.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you have a weekly schedule and you know whatever. But it's time for us to play something else for a little bit.
Yeah, man.
all.
Hey, Jay, you know what that means too. Next
Uh,
time you get to be the player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have. We're gonna play though. I don't know. Louisiana
Okay.
Sunday, June 2014. So that was well after Raccoon City. Then that should happen.
Yeah, no, this is after Umbrella's shit.
Let's take a moment and look at this creepy picture. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Hey, remember the creepy family we've seen like 8 times throughout
Yeah.
the thing? It's like,
But
let's
that-
just end the game on that.
No, but that was like clearly before all the shit started hitting the fan. Let me tell you something, Mr. Baker there, he did not look like a normal human.
No, he's never did either. So we get our little end game stats. So we got
About
let's
8
see.
hours. Wow.
Yeah, that's decent for like a single player shooter nowadays.
16 restarts.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think
Hey.
Blob Daddy factored in significantly.
Oh yeah, good point. You
with
got that guy
us
a
not
lot.
being able to figure out the fucking boss fight.
You got a lot of Mr. Everywheres actually. I'm kind of impressed. I
got
didn't
over
expect over
half.
half. Yeah.
Yeah, over half. I'm super okay with this.
Files
Alright.
obtained. Nice.
Oh wow, we really did get every file. I'm proud of that.
Yeah,
That's
we looked through
nice.
just about all of them. Hey, you can't say we didn't try to find stuff, guys.
Hey,
I mean, you can
hey
say
guys,
that, and you'd probably be right, but we
Here's-
at least found some stuff.
Here's what Ethan taught me: if you're ever in a horror situation, use steroids.
I don't feel like that's correct.
Unlock difficulty Madhouse weapon Albert OR.
Oh yeah, that was the gun at the
R.
end. Yeah. So we added to the item box in the main game. That's
seriously.
interesting.
Oh god, it's him.
Oh, it's Redfield. Not a Hero, coming spring 2017.
Hey
Well,
Jay, it's spring 2017.
We're going on summer, dude.
Yeah, very fair. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us for this adventure through Resident Evil.
Why is there fox hair on my chair?
Jay, I have no idea.
What the fuck?